Manuel Ugarte, the €50 million signing once hailed as Manchester United's future anchor, has turned out to be nothing short of a bitter disappointment, even a tactical disaster. He arrived at Old Trafford with the perfect resume. A defensive midfielder in his prime, schooled in Ruben Amorim's 3-4-3 system, and mentored by none other than Casemiro, a five-time Champions League winner. But reality hit differently. Instead of bringing stability and quality, Ugarte has looked lost, stripped of the composure and confidence that once made him special. The frustration has grown so much that journalist Joe Soriano from the Trivela Effect didn't hold back, calling Ugarte a total flop and insisting that United should cut him from the squad as soon as possible. The 2-2 draw with Tottenham Hotspur was a perfect example of how ineffective he's been. Coming off the bench for the final 15 to 20 minutes, Ugarte still managed to stand out for all the wrong reasons: clumsy on the ball, hesitant off it, and nearly costing his team the game. He was arguably the worst player on the pitch. The contrast between him and Casemiro has become so glaring that pundits now joke Ugarte's poor form actually makes today's aging Casemiro look 10 times better than he really is. The core issue with Ugarte isn't about effort or fitness, it's about understanding. His problem lies in the lack of tactical awareness required for a true defensive midfielder. He repeatedly commits the most basic sin in that role: ball watching. Instead of focusing on controlling central spaces, the foundation of any holding midfielder, he gets drawn to the ball like a magnet, leaving gaping holes behind him. Just look at the moment when Odegaard breezed past him in midfield. It was a breakdown that goes beyond individual error. A great holding midfielder must be a master of anticipation, always positioned to protect the danger zone before the back line. Think of N'Golo Kanté. He's not just an engine with endless energy, he's a genius at reading the game. Kanté constantly moves to cover space, forcing opponents to play wide or backward, even when he doesn't win the ball himself. That's what allows him to stay balanced, intercept at the right moment, and maintain rhythm without awkward turns or desperate lunges. Ugarte seems to have forgotten all of that. He chases the ball aimlessly, gets spun far too easily, reacts slowly, and leaves deadly space behind him. His sluggishness isn't just physical, it's mental. Ugarte's failure becomes even clearer when you compare him to the invisible values Casemiro brings to the team. The Uruguayan midfielder is simply a ball winner, but that's where it stops. He lacks the traits that define a true anchor in midfield. First, leadership and communication. Casemiro doesn't just tackle, he commands. He's like a defensive general, constantly barking orders, adjusting positions, and shaping the structure of United's midfield. When he's missing, United don't just lose a destroyer, they lose their organizer. Ugarte, on the other hand, is far too passive, more of a spectator than a communicator. That silence leaves defenders exposed, often facing 2-on-2 or even 3-on-3 situations with no shield in front of them. Second, the dark arts. Casemiro is a master of tactical fouls, breaking up play at just the right time, in just the right place, to kill the opponent's rhythm. It's an art that requires timing, intelligence, and a bit of mischief. Ugarte fouls too, but his challenges are usually late, clumsy, or unnecessary, the kind that draw needless yellow cards and pile more pressure on his own team. Third, Amorim's tactical blueprint demands perfect balance. A tough ball winner paired with a deep-lying playmaker who can carry and distribute the ball. But Ugarte currently does neither. When he plays alongside Bruno Fernandes, whose style is instinctive and risky, the lack of chemistry and coordination between them leaves United's midfield wide open. They can't move the ball forward effectively, nor can they defend transitions. That's why every time Casemiro is missing, United's entire midfield seems to vanish. The transition from League One to the Premier League has also been a brutal wake-up call. The pace here is on another level, both in thought and execution. Ugarte, who already looked slow in turning and decision-making, has been completely swallowed by the Premier League's intensity. And then there's the mental pressure. Playing for Sporting Lisbon or even PSG, where he was part of a well-oiled winning machine, is nothing like life at Manchester United. At Old Trafford, every move is under the microscope. Every mistake from a €50 million signing gets magnified across the world. That constant scrutiny has trapped Ugarte in a vicious cycle. One mistake leads to doubt, doubt leads to hesitation, and hesitation leads to another mistake. It's a spiral that's slowly eating away at his confidence and his place in this team. The numbers don't lie, and they paint a brutally honest picture of Manuel Ugarte's time at Manchester United. No excuses, no sugarcoating, just cold, hard evidence that exposes his struggles on the pitch. A deeper look at the data shows how United's defensive stability drops dramatically whenever the Uruguayan midfielder is involved, despite his effort and positive attitude. The stats are damning. The team has conceded 9 goals in just 285 minutes, with Ugarte on the pitch. By comparison, in nearly twice that time, United have allowed only 5 goals when Casemiro plays. That's not a coincidence. It's proof of how fragile the team's structure becomes with Ugarte instead of Casemiro shielding the back line. Even more worrying, United haven't won a single match with Ugarte involved. That's an astonishing fact for a player signed to bring balance and control. The team's points per 90 average with him is just 1.89, an unacceptably low figure for a club of this size. Advanced metrics tell the same story. Every time Ugarte steps onto the field, the team's overall performance dips noticeably. In short, he's become a tactical liability. And it's not just about defending. Ugarte offers almost nothing going forward. 1 goal in 29 Premier League games last season, no assists, no real creativity, no impact in possession. United essentially paid €50 million for a player who doesn't defend well enough and contributes nothing in attack. That kind of imbalance has turned him into one of the least effective defensive midfielders in the Premier League, based purely on performance. The gap between his price tag and his output is so huge that it's now putting serious pressure on the club's board and on manager Ruben Amorim. Ugarte's future is now being closely monitored by Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who have introduced a 2-season rule and a more disciplined spending philosophy. In that new era, Ugarte has become a painful reminder of United's wasteful transfer past, a €50 million investment that's vanishing fast, and a direct challenge to Ineos's vision of smarter financial management. For Ruben Amorim, this is a real dilemma. He has to protect his own position by picking the players in form, especially now that the Premier League is United's only focus. That means he can't keep playing Ugarte just to justify the transfer fee. Benching such an expensive signing will cause tension inside the club, but results must come first. Ugarte still has determination and the right attitude, but effort alone isn't enough at this level. He lacks the effectiveness and composure needed in decisive moments. Time is running out. If he can't rediscover the qualities that once made him special, he risks becoming a painful case study in poor recruitment. The wrong player in the wrong system, remembered not for his potential, but as one of the biggest midfield disappointments in the Premier League.